Good day to one and all. This is Namrta Sivasankar from Chempaka International bringing you this week's global news. North Korea fires ballistic missile amid rising tensions. North Korea fired a ballistic missile into the waters of its east coast on Wednesday, Japan and South Korea have reported. Japanese Deputy Defense Minister Makoto Uniki said the missile is estimated to have flown at a maximum altitude of about 800 kilometers over a distance of about 500 kilometers before falling into the sea outside of Japan's exclusive economic zone. The launch is North Korea's first since a military parade late on April 25, at which leader Kim Jong-un vowed to ramp up his development of nuclear arms. Survivor found almost 6 days after China bomb collapse. Rescuers in central China have pulled a woman alive from the rubble of a building that partially collapsed almost 6 days earlier, state media reported Thursday. The unidentified woman is the 10th survivor of the disaster in the city of Changsha, in which at least 5 people have died and an unknown number, possibly dozens, are still missing. AP investigation suggests 600 died in Russian strike on Mariupol theater. A theater where hundreds of people had taken shelter in Mariupol was bombed on Wednesday, according to local authorities, as hundreds of thousands of people remain trapped in the coastal Ukrainian city that has been encircled for weeks by Russian forces. An Associated Press investigation has found evidence that the attack was in fact far deadlier than estimated, killing closer to 600 people inside and outside the building. Modi-Macron joint statement calls for cessation of hostilities in Ukraine. France condemns Russia. After Prime Minister Narendra Modi's meeting with French President Emmanuel Macron, India and France on Wednesday called for an immediate cessation of hostilities in Ukraine. France and India expressed their deep concern over the humanitarian crisis and the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. PM Modi and French President Emmanuel Macron said in a joint statement after they met in Paris for talks and a working dinner. Both countries unequivocally condemned the fact that civilians have been killed in Ukraine and called for an immediate cessation of hostilities in order for the two sides to come together to promote dialogue and diplomacy and to put an immediate end to the suffering of the people. Sri Lanka's usable foreign reserves dropped to record low. Sri Lanka's Finance Minister Ali Sabri on Wednesday hailed India's assistance during its talk with the IMF to seek a bailout to evade the country's worst economic crisis, as the island nation's usable foreign reserves dropped to less than $50 million. Making a speech in Parliament on the IMF negotiations and the current status of the crisis, Sabri, who returned to Sri Lanka after talks with the IMF, said he met India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman twice, and she extended India's fullest assistance for a rapid financing instrument facility for Sri Lanka. Odisha Sound Cyclone Alert asks district authorities to be prepared. The Odisha government on Thursday issued an alert of a possible cyclone over the Bay of Bengal, asking the district authorities to be prepared for any situation, news agency ANI reported. The warning comes amid the Indian Meteorological Department also predicting a cyclonic storm around May 8th with a wind speed of up to 75 km per hour. Odisha Chief Secretary S.C. Mohapatra on Wednesday said the state is well prepared for the eventuality, if any. District collectors have been informed about the possible calamity. And with that, we conclude this week's global news. This is Namrta Sivasankar signing off.